Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Two Crones and Books with your host, Shell and
Annette.
Yay!
Yay.
We are doing a little cheeky quick one, and this is going to be all our reads or our finds so far this year. Be a quick, dirty summary of what we did and what we liked. Uh,
Yep.
Annette, do you want to start? Do you want to dive straight in? I've got some good ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with one that well I'll tell you what it is. It's Rachel Harrison's Play Nice. I absolutely was obsessed with the cover as soon as I saw this, to be honest. It's
It is a cool cover.
gorgeous. It really is. So, brief description. Cleo Louise Barnes leads a picture perfect life as a stylist and influencer, but beneath the glossy veneer, she harbours a not so glamorous secret. She grew up in a haunted house. Well, not haunted, possessed. After Cleo's parents' messy divorce, her mother Alex moves Cleo and her sisters into a house occupied by a demon. Also, Alex claimed. That's not what Cleo's sisters remember or what the courts determined when they stripped Alex of custody after she went off the deep end. But Alex was insistent. She even wrote a book about her experience in the house. After Alex's sudden death, the supposedly possessed house passes to Cleo and her sisters. Where her sisters see childhood trauma, Cleo sees an opportunity for house flipping content. Only as the home makeover process begins, Cleo discovers there might be some truth to her mother's claims. As memories resurface and Cleo finally reads her mother's book, the presence in the house becomes more real and more sinister, revealing ugly truths that threaten to shake Cleo's beautiful life to its very foundations.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so what I'm going to say is I would not have after reading it, I would not advertise this truly as a horror book. This
Okay.
is very much a book that deals with family generational trauma,
Okay.
and which is a very deep subject matter. I struggled to relate to any of these characters, but I don't think you really meant to. These are not people that
Yep.
whose world I would be in. I love the premise of the book and that the mother writes, and then Cleo reliving the experiences through reading verses from the books that her mother's put hand notes on.
Yep.
It's that part I appreciated, but overall, it's not my favorite Rachel Harrison book. But
Because you're normally quite a fan
the
of hers, aren't you?
I am. I mean, very much like Cackle, that was very light on. There was no real horror to Cackle. I wasn't really expecting that kind of vibe again in another book later on
Yeah.
because I know I've read others that I thoroughly enjoyed, like The Return, her first novel, absolutely loved. But this one was I was hoping for I think I was hoping for more horror in this, more
Right.
scares, more
Yep.
spooks, and that's not what this book is.
Okay.
So I went in with one interpretation. I let myself down with that going
Mm-hmm.
into it. I think that was my problem. So it wasn't really a win for me, but I appreciated it for what it was.
Okay.
Okay, about you, Shell. Have you got one for us?
I've got one. My first one on my list is one that I'm desperately trying to get you to read,
Yes.
which is The Plague Dogs by Richard Adams.
Oh, the nightmare of trying to get an audio copy of this is a nightmare for me at the moment. Yeah, go on.
I need you to read it so that we can talk about it in depth.
Right.
Synopsis is Roof, a shaggy black mongrel, and Snitter, a black and white fox terrier, are among dozens of animals being cruelly held in a testing facility in northwest England. When one of the handlers fails to close Roof's cage properly, the two dogs make a daring escape into the English countryside, where they befriend Red Fox, who helps them survive in the wild. But as rumours circulate that the dogs may have been the test subjects for biological weapons and could be carrying a terrible plague, they soon find themselves targets of a great dog hunt. Local farmers, politicians, scientists, and even the military join in the search to track them down. This was
Mm.
gut wrenching and brutal and beautiful. It is told from the dogs' perspectives. So you're actually getting conversations between the two of them of what they're surviving.
Yeah.
It does start in the labs, I will say.
Uh,
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
this is written by the same guy who wrote Watership Down.
Oh, Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Okay, so it starts off in a dog testing facility, and it's written by the guy who wrote Watership Down. I
Now,
wonder why you want me to read this.
I need you. It's not one. I need you to read this. They
Now,
did make a film of it.
is this to share trauma?
This is to discuss some significantly beautiful moments. It is, depending on what you like and what you don't like, I would strongly recommend the audio version to you. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I think you would
Yeah,
absolutely love it. I do think that the paperback version or the reading version, because the language can be quite dated in its structure, I think that that
yeah,
would detract from the book for someone like yourself who prefers audio anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I can't tell you anything about it because I need you to read it. Highly recommend
Ooh,
it. It's a chunky beast as well. It's not particularly
it is.
thin. But I recommend it. It was published in 1977. Yeah, do it. It's devastating. It is haunting. There is an animation of it, as there is an animation of
Mm,
Watership Down. I would read the book before you watch the animation, which is free on YouTube, because there are some subtle differences, but it's equally beautiful. Read it, love it. That's one,
okay,
100% do it. What's your next one?
right. Right, so sorry, my next one is one I've actually been reading, not listening to, and it's We Call Them Witches by India Rose Bauer.
Okay.
This is a sapphic romance set in a post-apocalyptic world full of hungry eldritch creatures.
Oh, that sounds. I'm sold. Go. Yep.
Yeah, I don't need to say any more to you, do I? Okay, so here's the synopsis for everyone else, because Michelle's already got it on the list now. Sara and her family must keep moving. Every few months they're discovered and they have to pack up and get out quick. For the twins, it's all they've ever known. For Danny, Noah, and Ma, it's a reminder of all they've lost. For Sara, it's just another day. In yet another abandoned house, one they surround with pagan wards. The only thing that protects them, uh, Sara and her family think might be safe for a while at least. And then they find a strange girl in the garden. Parsley can't remember where she came from or how she got here. The family sees only a threat, but Sara sees hope. But outside, they are waiting, the eldritch creatures, the ones they call witches, the ones who already stole everything.
Mhm.
And now, just days after Parsley arrives, they steal something even more valuable, Noah. It's time to stop running, and it's time to leave the safety of the wards and try to find Noah in the witch's lair. It's just that no one has ever done that and come out alive.
Oh, it sounds good. Was it good?
Well, I am halfway through it at the moment, and Shell, when I tell you, it was one of those because I'm doing it on the Kindle, so I never noticed. I don't really, the page count's not really
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's always,
Yep.
yeah. So I got 11% in. It was like, this is good. I'm enjoying that. Then I took a little bit of a break because I had so much to
Yep.
do for the pod, had lots of reading to do, and then night before last, I went from 11% to 45% in one night.
So it's good.
Oh, Michelle, I could not put this book down. I didn't even want to stop when I stopped.
Yep.
I wanted to keep going all night. It was that enthralling. The
Mhm.
characters are fantastic. I really enjoy them. You have Ma, who is obviously the parent of all these kids. She grew up with parents that practiced pagan rituals, which she kind of left behind. But when
Yep.
all these things started happening, she had like a ward in the bedroom,
Mhm.
and that seemed to protect them from when these creatures just descended on the city
Yep.
and were like ripping their neighbours to shreds. You could hear the screaming. So Ma's gone back to practice those old ways, and that's what seemed to have kept them safe for this long. And you're also getting as well as being in the present story, you're getting how got to this point, working parallel
Yep.
in other chapters, which is also like, oh my god, there's this big incident that happens in this barn, and we don't
Yep.
know what it was, and we're building up to that as well. It's yeah, the witches are terrifying. I was
Oh,
so
love it.
scared. there is this description of them when she first encounters them. I mean, the opening scene is just horrific and beautiful
Mm-hmm.
and gross and gorgeous. But this bit when Sarah's talking about when they try to leave the apartment for the first time and they run into one, full body chills. It was so scary. It's like something I couldn't have made up in my own head, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, how did you create that? And I'm shitting myself.
It sounds awesome. So it's another one for my list.
It's 100%. And then obviously you've got this other
Yep,
storyline of Sarah just meeting Parsley and just finding out about herself
yep,
as well. So you got this beautiful little sapphic story going on there as well.
yep.
It's a win. So far it's an absolute win. I hope it doesn't let me down because oh god, I'm in the middle of it
You're
and I'm
invested.
loving it. I'm so invested.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah. So go on then, Chell, give us another one.
Well, to go in a slightly different direction, I have got Raising Hare by Chloe Dalton. Imagine you could hold a baby hare and bottle feed it. This is non-fiction, by the way. Imagine you could hold a baby
Okay.
hare and bottle feed it. Imagine that it lived under your roof and lolloped around your bedroom at night, drumming on the duvet cover when it wanted your attention. Imagine that over 2 years later, it still ran in from the fields when you called it and snoozed in your house for hours on end. That's happened to me. When Chloe, a city dwelling professional with a high pressure job, finds a newly born hare, endangered, alone, and no bigger than her palm, she is compelled to give it a chance at survival, despite being the least likely caregiver to a wild animal. Raising Hare is the story of their journey together. It chronicles an extraordinary relationship between human and animal, rekindling our sense of awe towards nature and wildlife. The improbable bond just reminds us that the most remarkable experiences, inspiring the most hope, often arise when we least expect them. So this is a true story. It's kind of like around a COVID thing, and all that isolation. It's
Mm.
absolutely beautiful. It confronts grief, loneliness. Absolutely loved it. I'm going to give you a line. So the best line in the whole book. I will remember her leaving, but will know that before she did, she first looked back. Oh,
Oh.
loved it. It's 336 pages, non-fiction. Highly recommend it. Gentle reflection on healing, connection with animals, personal grief, loneliness. It's anyone suffering from burnout, read it. It's beautiful.
Oh wow.
What you got next? We've gone in totally
Oh
different
god.
directions this year.
You have no idea what I'm about. Okay, so the next book is a bit of a definitely a Marmite book for anybody out there who has done any looking on research about this. It's Half His Age by Jennette McCurdy.
Okay.
I read her book the was it 2 years ago I think or last year. I'm glad my mom died. Remember I told you about that one?
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
so this is her first novel, and I'll read you the description. Waldo is ravenous, horny, blunt, naive, wise, impulsive, lonely, angry, hurting, endlessly wanting, and the thing she wants most of all, Mr. Corgi, her creative writing teacher. Mr. Corgi with the wife and the kid and the mortgage and the bills, with the dead dreams and the atrophied looks and the growing paunch. She doesn't know why she wants him. Is it his passion, his life experience, the fact that he knows books and films that she doesn't? Or are they actually kindred spirits sharing the same filter with which they each take in the world around them? Or perhaps it's just enough that he sees her when no one else does. Startlingly perceptive, mordantly funny and keenly poignant, Half His Age is an incisive study of a yearning 17-year-old who disregards all obstacles in her effort to be seen, to be desired, and to be loved. Now, I will say this is very polarizing
Mm-hmm.
when you get into the reviews.
Yep.
What I would say is if you have certain experiences at 17 and you lived a certain life, it seems to be reading more to people that experienced certain family dynamics when they were younger.
Yep.
And in this, Waldo is you are never to forget that she's 17 because it's mentioned
Mm-hmm.
throughout. She constantly refers to this teacher as his, Mr. What's his name, Mr. Corgi, the entire time, and you've got to see it's the perspective of this 17-year-old who sees what she what. She seems very powered, very, almost, I don't know how to describe her. But when you're 17 and you know everything.
Yes, and no one else knows anything about you or your life. Yes.
Exactly. So, and she wants what she wants. She's always looking for the next instant fix, whether it be in filling up her Sheen order, buying random crap, lipstick, clothes, anything just to
Yes.
make her feel better. And then just the fixation at this point is this teacher. But then also what you're not seeing is, because it's all from her perspective, is how much there's grooming. It's grooming
Yes.
involved at the same time. Though she may start with the initial,
She's yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
her perspective, it always been that way? You don't really know. And yeah, it's I think it's a fascinating book. The whole idea of wanting something so much, and when you get it, what it is,
Yep.
you know. And then it's the dynamics between her and her mother as
Yep.
well, those relationships. And yeah, like the whole thing starts off with a line with her mother saying, never get on a plane for a man, you know and
Yes. Yeah,
then
yeah. That's
and
not a
then
bad line. Yeah.
yeah, and then I'm not going to say anything more, because in case anybody wants to read it,
Yep.
but it becomes very poignant towards the end. So I enjoyed. The thing is with McCurdy, I love her writing. I think I did myself a favor by doing it with the audiobook,
Hmm.
because I think a lot of people misread it, because they had a different voice in their
Yes.
head when they were reading it. With her, the way it was, I was really drawn in. I couldn't stop listening to it. It is very, very brash,
Hmm.
very descriptive
Yep.
about the sexual content as
Okay.
well, which can be, I think that put a lot of people
Yep.
off, because they can't get out of their head that this is a
Yeah,
17
yeah,
year old
yeah,
and a teacher. So go in carefully with that if you're gonna listen to it. But it's Jennette McCurdy. I love her work so far.
yeah. Okay.
So it's a win, but it's a woo! I can't believe that's a win, but it's a win.
Got you. It's a, it's
Yeah.
it's a balanced win.
It's a balanced win for sure, yeah. Yeah. I would not recommend this to anyone I know really. I think you could handle it for sure.
Yep. But
Um
would I enjoy it?
but I don't know. I don't know if you'd enjoy it like, oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, I'm putting that on the
Yep.
shelf to keep. I think as a piece to sit with
And
and
reflect
think
on.
about.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, in that respect, yeah.
I'll put that in the maybe column.
Yeah. All right. Moving swiftly on.
um,
Shell.
I have got the Sundown Motel by Simone.
I think I've heard of that one.
It's a very cool cover by Simone St. James,
Okay.
published in 2023, 352 pages. I liked this. This was unexpected. I was looking for what I would refer to as a toot read, a trashy read, not going to engage your brain
Yeah.
too much. And I falsely made the assumption that this would be one of those. It was good. So I'll give you the synopsis. Something hasn't been right at the Sundown Motel for a very long time, and Carly Clerk is about to find out why. 1982, Viv Delaney wants to move to New York City, and to help pay for it, she takes a job on as a night clerk at the Sundown Motel in Fell. But Viv feels that something is wrong, something disturbing and haunting, and then she vanishes. 2017. Carly Kirk has never been able to let go of the story of her aunt Viv. She decides to move
Mm.
to Felt and take a job at the hotel as a night clerk to try to get to the bottom of the mystery. But Carly soon discovers that before she vanished, Viv believed she was on the trail of something truly sinister.
Mm.
Man, this was great. It was so much fun. So you've got two timelines running at once. So you're jumping between what was at the time present day and then back into the 80s. You're getting the story from the two different perspectives. So the missing aunt Viv and the niece. You are getting input from what they've got going on in their lives at that time in their lives. The only way, so I wouldn't know how to categorize this book. So on
Yeah.
one hand, you got supernatural horror shit happening. You've
Okay.
also got crime serial killer shit happening. You've
Okay.
also got an element of a little bit of like a mystery, murder mystery thing going through it.
Wow.
And then when you get to the end of it, it does all come together very, very nicely. I'm not even going to give you a hint of how it comes together, but everything that you could want to know or any questions that you might have get answered with a handful of spicy little twists along the way.
Mm,
It was fun.
yeah.
I couldn't put it down because you've got all of that going on. It's not a light, trashy read that you don't have to think about. It's the kind of book what you're reading and you think, I really need to read the next chapter. Really recommend it. Sundown Motel.
Nice.
What's your next one?
Oh, this is getting dangerous. This is getting dangerous.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there.
So my next one that I've got for you is Come Closer by Sarah Gran.
Hmm.
I think this version was published in 2021, and I think it had been published previously 15 years prior.
Yep.
And this was the newest release. So there we go. There was no reason to assume anything out of the ordinary was going on. Strange noises in the apartment, impulsive behaviour, intense dreams. It wasn't like everything went wrong all at once. Shoplifting, fighting, blackouts. There must be a reasonable explanation for all of this, and that's all it gives you in the synopsis.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this book, right, it's only 176 pages long. So what it is the character of Amanda, she's married to her husband, and just one night they're sat in their apartment. I think they're in bed at night, and they start hearing just a bit of tapping. And that's how it all just
Oh,
starts, with a
no.
little bit of
Oh,
tapping.
it's time to move.
Yeah.
It's time to leave.
Yeah. Just this bit of tapping, and things start increasing and increasing. Amanda's behaviors start changing without her realizing it. Like, she becomes more impulsive, like just like she's suddenly takes up smoking again, which she hasn't done for years. And her fella's like, well, we made an agreement this would never happen,
Yeah.
we both agreed this is, and it's like, well, no, I kind of want to. And it was like a slow progress even into that for such a short novel.
Okay.
And then just one night they're sat there and she's holding a cigarette and she has an impulse just to stick him with it, and she does.
We've all had that.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, up to a certain extent, I'm like, okay, this is relatable. Yeah, impulse control. I've been there. Not that I've stuck anyone with a cigarette on purpose, I swear.
Yeah.
No, I swear. No, I swear. So, yeah, what it turns out is she comes across a quiz in a book about, do you think you might be possessed?
Yep.
And then as it's going on, she's ticking off more and more each time, like these events that are happening. So, yeah, it's this build up, and then it's discovery. It's like, is she possessed by a demon? Is she not? Is it something else? But because it's so short, I don't want to say too much. But it packs in a lot. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I listened to it. It was just over 3 hours, less than 4. It's such an easy read, such an easy listen. Needs to be given a go. I really don't want to spoil it, but trust me, it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. It does sound good, actually. Like a possession checklist.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm putting that one on my list.
Yes, definitely. You got to give that one a swirl. Right, go on then, Shell. Give us another one.
So this one, I had very high hopes for.
Okay.
It was The Lamb by Lucy Rose.
I haven't read it yet. Oh no! Oh no! It's on the shelf.
Do you want me to skip this one?
No, we have to do it. No, we have to do it.
Okay.
We're gonna do it for them out there.
Margot and Mama have lived by the forest since Margot can remember. When Margot isn't at school, they spend quiet days together in their cottage, waiting for strangers to knock on the door. Strays, Mama calls them. Mama loves the strays. She feeds them wine, keeps them warm. Then she satisfies her burning appetite by picking apart their bodies. But Mama's want is stronger than her hunger sometimes, and when a white-toothed stray named Eden turns up in the heart of a snowstorm, little Margot must confront the shifting dynamics of her family, untangle her own desires, and make a bid for freedom. With this tender coming-of-age tale, debut novelist Lucy Rose explores how women swallow their anger, desire, and animal instincts, and wrings the relationship between mother and daughter until blood drips from it.
Now, that sold me 100%. That sounds good to me.
It did sound.
Shell?
It's the synopsis sounds absolutely amazing. Love a little bit of feminine rage. Love it.
Love it. Yes, yes.
There's a sapphic element in it as well. again, I
Yep.
was like, oh, tick, tick, a little bit of horror. We've got a bit of cannibalism. Tick, tick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amazing cover. I don't know what it was that drew me to the cover, but I really like the cover. I don't know if there's any other versions, but it's a version where there is a woman sitting with her back towards the
Yeah.
camera. Um, I'd heard lots of good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's got
Oh.
really good.
You know, you're not filling me with confidence.
It was all right.
Oh, okay.
It was
Go
it
on.
was all right. I don't regret reading it,
Yeah.
but when you've got comments and reviews saying deliciously dark and shockingly bold, I expected more.
Okay.
It is a kind of a monologue style, so it's narrated from the kid's point of view. There are some amazing little moments in it, and there's some very, very good lines and writing in it. So, an example would be, I wondered if it was worth the fuss of making them feel loved if we were only going to pull them apart in the end. Like that.
Mm,
Although it's not an overly long book, I felt it was too long. I felt it could have
right.
been
Okay.
less. I kind of
Yeah.
found myself checking how much I had left.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, so I didn't dislike it. I'm not dissing it. It's not a bad
Yeah.
book. I
No.
But when you're doing things like thinking how much longer have I got to go, you
Yeah.
kind of
Versus like, oh my god, that's only what's left.
yeah, how are we going to finish
Yeah.
this? Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
okay as a filler read. I would go in with medium expectations.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but again, I know you're quite similar. We're very bad if things are very hyped up and very popular. I
Yes.
find I try to ignore things like that because I have a tendency of falling then on the side of disappointment.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So don't regret reading it. Good filler read, but it wouldn't be above other things that I would recommend to you.
Okay. Okay. Fair
What you got
enough.
next?
Right, this is actually my last one because I can't believe I've read this many since the last time we
You're
did
doing
this. And that's
amazing.
including what the tons we've done for the podcast that haven't even come out
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we're not even going to
So
mention those. We're having a really good positive year.
no. Whew, so much reading done. Right, so this one is my absolute fun one, and I've only just started it, and I don't know, I didn't realise what I'm getting my ass into.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
this is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Have you heard of this?
No, but I like the title.
Right, yeah, so this is a lit RPG, gamelet adventure.
Yes.
Right, so I'm going to read this synopsis, and it starts: The apocalypse will be televised.
It's kind of the world we're living in
Already I know
now.
you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, a man, his ex girlfriend's cat, a sadistic game show unlike anything in the universe, a dungeon crawl where survival depends on killing your prey in the most entertaining way possible. In a flash, every human erected construction on Earth, from Buckingham Palace to the tiniest of sheds, collapses in a heap, sinking into the ground. The buildings and all the people inside have been atomized and transformed into the dungeon, an 18-level labyrinth filled with traps, monsters, and loot. A dungeon so enormous it circles the entire globe. Only a few dare venture inside, but once you're in, you cannot get out. And what's worse, each level has a time limit. You have but days to find a staircase to the next level down, or it's game over. In this game, it's not about your strength or your dexterity, it's about your followers, your views, your clout. It's about building an audience and killing those goblins with style. You can't just survive here, you gotta survive big. You gotta fight with vigour, with excitement. You've got to make them stand up and cheer. And if you do have that it factor, you may just find yourself with the following. That's the only way to truly survive in this game, with the help of the loot boxes dropped upon you by the generous benefactors watching from across the galaxy. They call it Dungeon Crawler World, but for Carl, it's anything but a game.
I'm in. Well, should I be in?
Oh,
Should
Michelle.
I be in?
Right, so I'm partially through this and I'm obsessed. The cat, Michelle, the cat's name is Princess Donut.
Love it.
And she has more intelligence points than
I
Carl.
love it.
She's
I love
way
it.
smart.
I love it.
So really, he's more like her pet
Yeah,
going on this adventure. He works for the cat. But then again, if you're a cat owner, don't you all just work for the
yeah.
cat?
I was going to standard.
Right, so this comes in at 13 hours 31
Hmm.
minutes. This I think this has been an audio. It's been I think it's been audio first, exclusively on Audible, since 2020.
Yes.
The hardbacks have only just come out, so I saw like one of the
Yeah.
hardbacks in Waterstones. It's like, ooh, it was very eye catching,
Yep.
black background, big bold pink writing. It's like, ooh, that looks interesting. So I thought I'd give this a go, and as I've really been enjoying it. It's so funny, and if you're in any kind of into gaming in any sort of way, or you've dabbled your toe in it, you're gonna see all those
Yeah.
pointers throughout. Uh, yeah, the humor's fantastic. The ideas of some of these things that you're coming into are fascinating. My one problem though, Shell,
Mm.
there's 6 other books.
Oh, I've
There's
done
gonna
that.
be
I've done that, and then you're like,
there's
I'm
an
committed now.
and Shell, they get bigger each feckin' book. And this
Yay!
one's 13 hours.
It's brilliant. Absolutely excellent. Look at
I'm,
you.
I'm so scared.
All these collections you keep getting into, and you're being consistent with them and finishing them.
Oh, this is a big one, but it turns out, but I'm completely off of this trail of this because it's a huge community
Oh, is it?
that surrounds
Mm.
this. Yeah, apparently they just had an event. I think it just finished doing a tour in this country. I think they just finished in Edinburgh, from what I've seen, and they've got like the narrator from
Hmm.
this, and they have the book's creator, and they do like talks on stage. They have sing-alongs. They
Sing-alongs.
sing-alongs. It's crazy. People, it's like this is a whole
Thing. Yeah.
universe. Yeah, it's a whole thing, a subgenre of just, and the love for it just is really out there. And I have a horrible feeling I'm gonna be
You're going to be one
we're
of
gonna be
them.
seeing a really nice. I've seen a really nice Princess Donut T-shirt that I want.
You're in. You're committed.
I. I'm in so much trouble. This is going to be my personality for at least a couple of months.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm in so much trouble financially. Yeah,
But you're having fun.
I am. I'm enjoying it. So honestly, because it's one of those. If I've got like a minute spare, I'm just throwing on the earphones
Yep.
and I'm having a listen. I can dip in and out. I've not lost momentum.
That's really
You
good.
know, it's like, yeah, I'd be like, oh well, I've got to do dishes. Stick it on for a couple of minutes while I do this. Take a little bit longer drying than the normal, you
Yeah.
know.
No, that's a really good sign. If that you're enjoying something, like it's nothing worse than trying to rush it or upping the speed. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming stuff like this has been done before, but do you know what? I've never delved into it, and it's just silly fun,
So it's your happy
and
little
it's
discovery.
yeah, it is. I'm thoroughly enjoying it for what it is. This is what I wished Point Nemo could have been.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
If I could
Immersive,
have gotten
engaging. Yeah.
if I could honestly have gotten Matt Dinniman to write Point Nemo, I would have been over the
Mm.
moon.
Well,
But I love
yeah,
this.
and you got merch and that now, so you're well away.
I'm so in trouble. Oh god. Oh, so go on, Shell. Say, please tell me this was a terrible book that you've got next, and I won't have to buy it because I've got 6 more of these buggers to get through.
Don't worry, but close your ears for a minute. This one was called The Wretched Valley.
Okay.
So it's The Wretched Valley. It's by Jenny Kiefer. It's an indie horror.
Okay.
Synopsis: The trip is going to be Dylan's big break. Let's start again. The trip is going to be Dylan's big break. Her geologist friend Clay has discovered an untouched cliff face in the Kentucky wilderness, and she's going to be the first person to climb it. Together with Clay, his research assistant Sylvia, and Dylan's boyfriend Luke, Dylan is going to document her achievement on Instagram and finally cement her place as the next rising star in rock climbing.
Mm.
7 months later, 3 bodies are discovered in trees just off the highway. All are in various
Oh.
states of decay. One, a stark white
Oh.
skeleton, the second, emptied of its organs, and the third, a mutilated corpse with the tongue, eyes, ears, and fingers removed. But Dylan is still
Nice.
missing. Yeah, see, look at that face.
Uh-oh.
But Dylan is still missing, and no trace of her, dead or alive, has been discovered. Were the climbers murdered? Did they succumb to cannibalism? Or are their impossible bodies the work of an even more sinister force? It was fun. It was good. It was a
Oh.
good, trashy little
Oh.
horror. It's not the best thing I've ever read, but I would definitely 100% recommend it and I would read it again. So you are getting it
Wow.
from their perspective when they go in. And of course, there's no
Yeah.
phone signal. You've got some supernatural stuff going on. You've
Mm.
also got that into what I would call internal group madness. You know, when things start to happen, the group starts to fall apart. There's always, even in life, someone who starts to lose their shit, and how that affects the others. It was fun, and it has a very cool cover, which I will confess was what caught my eye in the first place because I hadn't heard of it. I'm just gonna try and show it to you. Can you see?
I can see the right. Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, so it's pretty
I
cool.
like that.
So yeah, that was my last one. Do recommend it.
Awesome. Wow, that was a lot of books. We had done well.
We've done very well, and like I said, that doesn't even include what we've recorded for the pod.
I know. Oh my god, the amount we've done for you guys is crazy. I can't believe it's got to be the most I've read in such a short space of
But you're
time.
having fun.
I am. I'm enjoying them all, and I'm getting through them. It's because I've because we did that balance of the shorter books.
Yes.
I think that's what's helped. So
Mm.
between my bigger books, I'm reading a shorter one in between,
Yep.
just
A
so
palate
I'm not
cleanser.
overwhelmed. Yeah, absolutely, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it at the moment. I really am reinvigorated this year for reading again. It was starting to wane. I'm not gonna lie. At the end of last year, it was becoming a bit of a struggle, but now I just like it's a fresh boost, and I'm loving it at the
I
moment.
think what's helping as well is something like the bingo that we're doing is forcing us to go into different directions. Like you're not
Yeah,
sticking to horror,
absolutely.
horror, horror, horror.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is, as you can see, I have been dipping my toe
Mm.
into so many different genres this year as well. So yeah, it's been really fascinating.
Awesome.
Yay! Yeah.
So, yeah, if anyone out there's got anything, if they do read anything that we've mentioned, let us know what you think. And if you've got any recommendations, we are always, one of us is always, well, I'm always open to expanding my to-do list.
I'm,
Annette's committed to a
I'm,
6-book
I'm,
series now.
that's so big.
But I would love your recommendations because I do like to randomize what I'm reading.
Yeah, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Challenge me. I dares you.
Dares, yeah. But on that note, we will love and leave you. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you guys so much.